Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of the Transformers Shattered Glass Starscream. So, I'm gonna start off with my opinion. He is a really good figure. Originally, I had just gotten him because I didn't have a Jetfire, and I figured that he looks enough like Jetfire for me to have him pass as one until I actually get a Jetfire. And ever since getting him, I found that this mold is actually a really good mold. For example, on the back of the shins, or the legs, these panels actually push in whenever you move the leg, so that there aren't really any hollow spots that you can actually see. And this figure, I found out, actually stands really well. And for this being a Voyager, he is actually a bit more expensive, than I'd like. But I guess there's not much that we can really do about that. But, anyways, let's get into to the articulation. So first off, the head can move up that far and down that far. He actually does have, I don't know if you can tell from here, light piping. It can go through the eyes and sometimes through the chest, as you can somewhat see. His arms move, to the side that far, about 90. He has a butterfly joint that you can use. Rotation at the bicep. Double jointed elbows. So you can get them pretty far. He has wrist rotation. He can do a full 360 with his wrist. He has a waist swivel. And next up, what I'm about to say is something that I really like, and I feel like all Transformers should have. So most Transformers, as we know, have crotch plates. But what they did here, I actually prefer, because this entire section moves with it, so there's no ugly flap. But anyways, the legs can move forward that far and back that far. The legs, if we have them all the way up so I can show you, can pull, can do that. And the ankle pivot isn't that far, I'm afraid. And the legs can go out to about a 90-degree angle. But, and one last thing about the articulation, these wings, with there only being two joints, being a hinge, being a hinge and two hinges, being one that's right here and the one right there, actually can do a lot. You can get the back wings into a lot of different poses. But, now let's get on to the accessories, shall we? So, first of all, he has his null rays. They are detachable. So, and they honestly look like, normal blasters instead of the actual, null rays. And they're both detachable. And secondly, he comes with the sword, it can actually split into two parts, so you can have him dual wielding swords, or you can have him holding one sword. And it looks very good, in my opinion. And you can just plug them into the hands or onto the side of the wings. It's really up to you. And one thing that I should probably say now is that this is just the generic War for Cybertron Seeker mold. But this is the only copy of it that I had, or that I do have. So anyway, since I'm sure that you've seen it 1,000 times, but let's get into the transformation. First, what I'm actually going to do is take off the null rays. I know that you don't have to, but you can move them, you can keep them here, or you can move them down. What I like to personally do is take them and plug them into the side of the wings. And really quickly before I forget, this is a heavy shell former. But anyways, we're gonna take this entire backpack. We're gonna move these down, and we're just gonna pull it out of these tabs. We're gonna pull these parts out of the tabs that are right there, and there are the ports for them. Those just tab in right there. We're then going to take the parts. We're then going to take these and bring them down and around, and tab them together. And just like this, we pretty much have what the jet mode will look like. You can take it off and it still looks, and you can pretty much have the jet mode. But anyways, back to the transformation. Now that we've done that, what we can do is we can take the head, and we can actually pull this all the way back until it locks right there. We then pull this, part up, if I can get it up. There we go. We just pull it up, and we just plug that down in there. We're then going to take the arms, pull that out, flip the wrist in, bring it up to a 90-degree angle so that it's like that, and then bring it down, and then back up so that it's angled right there. We're then just going to close that up, bring the arm down. Same thing on this side. Just going to fold that up, fold it up, and there. Now we're going to take this entire chest plate, and we are going to just pull it up. We're going to pull it up, it's fine. That I've heard happens to everyone. That's a common thing. That will detach from the friction joint. But yeah, you're just going to pull that back and up. We're then going to take the legs and rotate it right here, right at the waist joint. We're then going to take the legs, or the feet, and close them up on both sides. Now we just bring the legs up and into themselves as far as they can physically go, and plug these long tabs into those two ports. So there's 1 and 2. So now you should have something that looks kind of like this. And now we're almost done. We're going to take the arms, rotate this to the side, bring it down on the butterfly joint. Now these two ports will plug into these two tabs right there. So you're just going to take them and push them in until you hear that click. Second time's the same as the first. There we go. Now what we're going to do is bring this front part down, bring the backpack down all the way as we physically can. We're then going to take the wings, plug them in underneath of the nose cone on both sides. Once again, just take it, pull it down and around. Now to finish out the almost finish out the transformation, it could also be finishing it off, you're just going to take this. You'll see that there's the tab the port right there, and 2 tabs right there and there. We're just going to take this, shift it up as far as you can, and try to plug it into those. Try to plug those all in. And now, there you have the jet mode. Now again, you can plug the no raise right there into the arms, which is how the instructions say to, or right on the forearms, or where the forearms were. But then what I do is I take the sword, separate them, and I plug them in right there and on that shoulder. Oh. Why? Oh, there we go. But yeah, you can just tap it in however you like. However you'd like to tap it in. And I just realized I plugged these in the wrong way. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could plug... Actually, I was wrong. What I do is I tab them... I was being dumb. I tab them in. Oh. There. On the forearms. Sorry, that was me being dumb. But yeah. Okay, I can do this better now. So I can actually show you what I was doing. So there's the port right there and the tab on the sword. You plug that in, and and I'm just gonna plug the Norray back in, and there you have the Cybertronian jet mode. Now, this is, for the time being, this is the best triangle jet mode from the G1 episode, from G1 episode 1 jet mode. This is the most accurate one that we're gonna actually get officially. Or this is the most accurate one we have so far, I mean. But here it is. This is the back. There's the chest plate that there was. There's 3 thrusters right there, and one right there and there. I do know that there are things that actually add the blast effects, but this specifically the shattered glass one does not come with any blast effects. But anyways, for articulation, really all that it is the Norray and the swords. Nothing on the jet moves. But anyways, that has been my review for the Transformers War for Cybertron, technically Shattered Glass Starscream. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!